Hi all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Before we look at today's topic, I would like to wish you and your family a happy Dhanteras, and I wish on this Dhanteras uh, you get blessed with good health, prosperity, and of course wealth. So let's have a look at today's topic. So today we will look at one of the topic from paper 4, that is valuation risk model, and topic that we will has P strips and coupon strips. So it basically stands for principal strips and coupon strips. And we'll cover one important question. It may not be directly asked, but yes, it can give you a very thorough understanding of the topic. Before we go ahead, please do subscribe to my channel, share with your peers who are appearing for the FRM level 1 exam next month. It will definitely help you understand the concepts well. Because see, one point I would like to make over here is FRM exam is more inclined towards the understanding rather than quantity. So if you solve 1,000 questions and you don't have an effective understanding of the concept, then it would be a bit of challenge for you to get to reach out the correct answer in the given time frame. So effectiveness of conceptual understanding is most important. So please do share with them as well. I guarantee that it will definitely help them understanding the concepts well. So let's have a look. So I just because the topic needs some basic understanding of some other topics as well. So I have plotted table of contents. So we will have a look at high level overview of US Treasury securities. And then there are three types of treasury securities. We'll take we'll look at one of the examples out of them. And of course, the key topic, that is P strip and C strips. And then we'll cover the duration of P strips and C strips, most important. So duration is a separate concept, and these strip concept is a separate. So we'll combine them and understand both together. And then we'll see one question which will test your understanding when both the concepts arrive together. So let's see. So let's start with the high level overview of the US Treasury securities. So there are three types of Treasury securities. Let me keep underlined so that in case someone is making notes, it will help them understanding. So there are three types of securities. One is Treasury bill, another is T notes, and third is T bonds. So T notes have a maturity less than a year, and there are no interim coupon payments. And so this, one correction over here, it should be bills. So very important. So bills have a maturity less than a year, and there are no interim payments. And then we come up with the T notes, which have maturity basically ranging from 5 to 10 years, and most important, they have a semi-annual coupon payments. Similarly, with the T bonds, the difference just being the maturity. It has a maturity of 20 to 30 years, and of course, the semi-annual coupon payments. And most important, the US Treasury pays a semi-annual coupon. And this is, of course, we'll not use it directly, but for you, important to know that for Treasury securities, the take home convention is actual by actual. And this table summarizes the whatever we covered in the above bullet points. So three types of treasury securities. This is number 1, number 2, and number 3. T bills, T notes, and T bonds. So T bills have these maturity basically less than a year. So this particular portion is covering maturities, and this is segregating the treasury securities based on the coupon payment. So this has a zero coupon payment, and these two basically the maturity greater than a year have the coupon, semi-annual coupon, and these are T notes and T bonds. And difference between these two is T notes have the maturity between 5 to 10 years, and T bonds have maturities between 20 to 30 years. We'll look at the example of this similar in a similar way. You can consider the example of T bills and T bonds. This is a zero coupon bond because there are no interim payments, and these are coupon bearing securities. And we'll see one example from this. So let's see example of the T note. So consider a T note with the maturity. Of course, we saw that T notes have the maturity between 5 to 10 years. So assume there is a one T note with a maturity of 5 years and a coupon of 10%. For the sake of understanding, I have considered this to be an annual coupon. Otherwise, in practice, T notes have the semi-annual coupon. And just for our understanding, consider YTM also to be 10% so that bond is trading at par because your coupon and YTM are same. So just a basic bond, as I have jotted down, you can consider this yellow strip to be a timeline with t equal to 1 means that cash flow at the first year and likewise second, third, fourth, and fifth year. So the given 10% coupon over the par value of 100, you will get $10 at the first year. Likewise, till fourth year, and on a fifth year, along with your coupon of $10, you get a bullet payment of $100 at fifth year. So let's see what this P scripts and C scripts are. See what in our initial figure, what we saw, there were interim cash flows over here, like go back to this. So likewise, what we saw that there were cash flows in between. So what usually see, first of all, let me tell you what's the existence of this strip concepts. See, because the zero coupon bond are available only till maturity less than a year. But what happens that there is a high demand in the market in practice for zero coupon bonds for the maturity greater than a 1 year. So what the dealers and brokers do, they reach out to treasury when the high maturity bonds are issued. So they buy it and they issue the securities on behalf of them. So what way they'll do, they'll buy this 5 year bond and they will issue separate security for this. I mean, they will issue one zero coupon bond with a maturity 1 year, and second coupon bond, third coupon bond, and fourth. And these blacks are basically coupon strips, and this yellow one they issue as a principal strip with a par value of 100, and they discount it today and they issue in the market. So they basically segregate this, the actual bond, in the different securities, and they again issue in the market, and investors basically they buy based on their needs. So what happens? So again, I'll move back to slide. So in this case, so STRIPS stand for separate trading of registered interest in principal securities. So as we saw that they separate it from they separate the components principal and interest and issue separate securities. So this particular diagram is replicating the principal security which broker or dealers, after purchasing it from the treasury actual bond, they issue the principal security with a 5 year zero coupon bond with a maturity value of $100. They'll discount it today and they issue it, and investors will buy based on their needs. And let's see what happens with this was an example of P strip. And let's see what happens. So what they do, I mean, assuming that they have bought one 5-year bond which has coupon and principal payments. They segregate it and they reissue it in the market. So as we saw that they have issued the principal P strip as a zero coupon bond with a maturity of 5 years and after. And what they do with this, they again issue the 0.50 coupon bonds with the maturity ranging from first till 5 years, and this will be the par value for those zero coupon bonds. So that's how these are separated. The basically principal and interest components are separated and reissued in the market. And based on the investor needs, they buy it from brokers dealers. And there is a huge demand in the market for these securities because they basically pension funds needs these zero coupon bonds because they want to get rid of the reinvestment risk. So basically, the advantage of zero coupon bond is they are free of reinvestment risk. Let me make a note. Advantage of these strips is no reinvestment risk. And basically, pension fund needs a payment in a higher tenor, so they prefer these kind of securities. So this was an example of a C strip, which was segregated from original T note. And let's see a duration of P strips and C strips, bit important because in exam usually GAP has tendency to ask multiple concept. I mean, they have tendency to test your multiple concept in one question. So before we look at the duration of P strip and a normal C strip, we need to understand what exactly duration of a normal bond means. I mean, if I consider a normal coupon bearing bond, what does exactly that means? Believe me, it's very important. Usually, see what our observation has been. Once you read concept from their book, the people just repeat whatever they are taught and what they read from the book. But believe me, it's very important that you understand the intuition of the concept very well to apply in the exam or in real life also. So let's see the same example. I mean, we'll look at the duration of the bond. See, these are, as we saw that the 5-year maturity with cash flow of this is a coupon, $10 coupon over $100 principal for 5 years, and fifth year you have bullet payment of principal also. So if I have multiply, see, let me get one more picture in the slide. See what happens that think of why I have kept this as a script. Think of this as a this is a wooden board which you want to balance. Okay, so there is a concept called the center of gravity in the physics. So same somewhere that is applicable in our finance also, wherein what happens that if you think that on this wooden board lot of weight is inclined on the right side, so there is a lot of weight on this side. So this if you need to keep a balance between this, if you want to keep this needle somewhere on this wooden board so that it is balanced, you need to keep it in a way that it balances both the sides. So I mean, it's logical that it will get more inclined towards the side which has a slightly higher weight to balance it. So in the same way, what happens that in your bond, these coupon payments are very low as compared to what you have at maturity along with the coupon. So this needle which I need to place. So think of duration as a needle which you need to place somewhere on the timeline, on the bond timeline, so that you get average principal. So this is as we saw that it is a center of gravity. So in this also it is an average time when you receive your principal back. So it is a timeline it is a basically time at which you receive half of your principal. So if you think intuitively also, if I invest $100 today, so say for example at t equal to 0, you invest 100. So it is a duration is a time wherein you receive half of your principal back. So if you see that, I mean, assuming just for the sake of understanding for now, if I ignore the discounting, so I have received the $40 till fourth year. After fourth year, there will be some point in timeline where I will receive remaining $10. So that's how the duration is measured. So that's what the understanding was. Now let's see how do we calculate the duration. So and basically this position of this needle will uh, be function of two things, how far your data points are, so like in this, and what is the weight on these data points. So we'll factor this both components in the calculation. So one weight is given by your dollar cash flow and distance is given by your timeline, so we'll multiply both to get a time weighted cash flow. So if I multiply 1 time 10, it's 10, and likewise, it's a cash flow, and this is a time weighted. So you get 10, 20, and likewise 50 and 500, and then you discount it. So as we saw, for sake of understanding, I have kept the YTM is 10%. So based on the tenor, if you, I have given the notation if you want to do it in your Excel. So this is a formula. You can just, so I have called T1, 2, 3, 4. So small t is taking value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And cash flow is taking values. It's $10 coupon till fifth year and $100 bullet principal payment. And I have called TW as a time weighted, wherein I have multiplied time with cash flow. So likewise, you have all the cash flows till fifth year and discounting at a rate of 10% for the tenors. So I have kept R as we saw that it's 10%. And so let me write this as T because I have notation given as T. So to the power T, and you arrive at these present value of time weighted cash flows. And once you divide it by present value of bond price, so you get corresponding components for each time period, and addition of this will give you the duration. So somewhere uh, after 20%, I mean 4.17 after fourth year, almost after 20% of your year has gone, then you will receive your remaining payment. So half of the principal will be received over. So that's how the understanding of the duration is. It's called Macaulay duration. Modified duration is slightly different, but that question that we will be covering today is more of the Macaulay duration. It's basically a time weighted average when you receive your average principal back. So let's look at the duration of the P strip. As we saw that from the from the normal bond, this gets segregated into a principal zero coupon bond and coupon zero coupon bonds. So I mean coupon components also get issued at a zero coupon bond. That's what be careful with the terminology. So given this is a zero coupon bond, so for a zero coupon bond, I'll make a note of this. For a zero coupon bond, your duration is equal to maturity. So just make a note of it. So for a P strip, your duration would be 5 years because there are no cash flows in between. You directly get your principal back, and as we saw, duration is a average time at which you receive your half principal back. So there is no coupon payments in between. That's why this duration is equal to maturity in case of zero coupon bond, and P strip is a zero coupon bond. Similarly, in this case also, the broker dealer issues a coupon strip as a zero coupon bond. So for this C strip, the the logic would be same because these are also zero coupon bonds from the coupon component of the main bond. So the logic is same. Duration is maturity. For this particular C strip, duration would be 1 year, and this particular C strip duration would be 2 years. Likewise, 3, 4, 5. This strip will have a same duration as your P strip. So key observation: P strips and C strips being a zero coupon bond, their duration will be equal to maturity of the that particular security. Very important point. With the help of this key statement, we'll solve the next question. So this was duration of C strip. So let's have a look at the question to test our understanding. So a $10 million treasury note with a 10-year maturity pays a semi-annual. So 10-year maturity and semi-annual. So given that it's a semi-annual coupon, there would be 20 coupon payments, and one would be principal payments. So there would be overall 21 strips. In general, just you can, if there is a treasury and if the maturity is n, you can just remember the equation as 2n plus 1. There will be 2n plus 1 strips at a coupon rate of 4%. If the bond is fully stripped such that strips are created, each of the following is true except everything is true except we have to find the false one. So just focus this. So stripping creates a 21 zero coupon bonds, as we saw that 20 coupon C strips and 1 P strips. So let me just change the color. I'll highlight the correct options with green. So this one is also correct. Each of C strips and P strips implies the exact spot rate, zero interest rate. See, given these are zero coupon bonds, the discount, any interest rate corresponding to this would mimic the corresponding spot rate because there are no coupon payments in between. So understand that, if there are, so otherwise it becomes in fact challenging if there are coupon payments to derive a spot rate. But given that these are zero coupon bonds, they just get a discount rate. So for example, just to give you more clarity on option 2, if your principal strip that we saw, say for example, it is getting traded at 99 today and par value is 100 and par after 5 years. So just solve this equation. Just solve it for R. This will give you the spot rate corresponding to 50 year. So that's what this means. Second option means the given zero coupon bond. That's why this interest rate corresponding to that would be a spot rate. And the duration of P strip is greater than duration of original treasury bond. Very important. Just give a thought because your P strip does not has any interim coupon payment. You are not receiving any cash flows in between. That's why duration of P strip would be greater. And in your usual bonds, you get in your original treasury bond, you get some coupon in between. So duration of that bond is slightly lesser than your P strip. See, zero coupon bond will always have a higher duration, which will be equal to maturity. So this one is also right. All three options are right. So last option that is remaining would be the correct, the answer that we are looking for. But let's explain, let's have a look. The C strip each has a duration near to zero. This is not correct. As we saw that each C strip will have the corresponding, each C strip will have a corresponding duration, which will correspond to that particular, I mean, maturity at which or the time interval at which we receive the coupon payment. So the duration won't be zero. The duration would vary for each C stream, and it won't be a zero because zero coupon bond as a maturity equal to your duration, or duration is equal to maturity in case of zero coupon bond. Hope you like the video. If yes, please do share with your friends and other people who actually are looking for FRM as their career option, and they are planning to appear in May 2023. Thank you very much and stay connected.